Blub blub everyone, Kerbal Space Program 2. I'm GaryTheGammarid, and this is my first attempt at anything like that. I just got the game as a present from my girlfriend and her brother, and her younger brother, that is. And that's pretty cool. I really was looking forward to that game. This game, that is. And, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of that going to happen, guys, definitely, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm quite a noob at this, and, well, no idea is maybe a little bit, not enough, but, you know, very little idea, very, very little idea. And we'll just see how we are going to die here. Oh, could I have brought my own flag into this? I mean, I don't really have a flag, but, you know, we could make one. The blub blub flag, like from, in X4? What I'm using? That would be cool. For now, I mean, this actually captures it quite a bit. But let's be epic and die horribly. This one is quite cool. Campaign name. So we have. No, that you didn't put a name in. Weird. Let's go with. I don't know. Gamaridia streams. There we go. Done. Sandbox mode. Yes, there's only sandbox mode right now. I'm eager to go into a progression mode, though. But for now, this is probably, yeah, first time user experience. I think we're gonna do some tutorials here, so be aware. Because I have to learn this as well. Should I cut them out, maybe? Cut the tutorials out for YouTube? I think I'm gonna do that. Although, no, we're gonna go probably in the tutorials to the moon or something. Well, let's see what the game does to a new player and what we'll see there. We'll be playing the Kerbal Space Agency in a future run. I'll probably change that to something else, but let's just see this. There's a cutscene coming. I hope it's not too loud or too or not loud enough. We'll see. Let's just be aware. Headphone users especially. Be aware, cutscene, and it could be weird. Because I've seen this so far, but never played this, so this is gonna be fun. Probably a lot of death. Dead Kerbals. But that's probably why people are watching anyway, so perfection. KSP looks a little bit different from the last game. I watched a lot of Quill 18's content for the first game and stuff, and it was always pretty fun. Also some Enter Elysium, actually. There we are.
Your new space program, leaping forward into the cosmos. Since the dawn of Kerbal kind, we have looked to the sky and wondered what sublime mysteries lie hidden in the darkness, like jewels never beheld. These untold treasures may soon reveal themselves due to the efforts recently founded Kerbal Space.
Oh my! I think that might have been the only copy of the orientation film. Hold on! Slides, somewhere. Welcome to your first day running the Kerbal Space Program. This campus hosts the greatest ever gathering of astronomers, astronauts, and engineers. After years of focused effort, this collection of geniuses has created several very impressive buildings. We believe we have all the necessary pieces to take our first steps off the ground. The best way to advance our technologies further is to get up there and learn by doing. All we need now is somebody to show us how to put all these parts together. Well, we also need somebody to help us out with the flying. We need a lot of help, actually. That's why you're here. My name is Paige, by the way. If you need any hints, feel free to visit me over at the training center. Everything in there is well padded, so it's a great place to get up and running. Welcome aboard!
Hey Red Harvest, that was lovely, by the way. Hey Paige, I like Paige. Hello and welcome to Kerbal Space Center. This campus has everything you need to turn your fledgling space program into the stuff of legends. And I'm very excited of what it is to come. And by the way, I can move the camera here. That's pretty cool. Oh, Oh, look at this. This looks so amazing. Look at the starting pad here. Weird, but cool. I like it. The launch pad. Oh, look at this. Okay, there are also pre-made things, which I've wanted in here if I need a guiding hand. How are you doing, Red Harvest? And I'm very excited about what is to come. Orbital assembly stuff and faster than light travel and all the things. That's gonna be very cool. Definitely looking forward to that. Our engineers have and also colony building and stuff. Very nice. Our engineers have created a training program that will guide you through building and flying your very first rocket. You can go through those lessons here at the training center. I actually would like that because I've never built one. I know the basics, you know, delta V and apoapsis, periapsis, you know, I know about these things, but I don't know the facts and figures. I know that in Kerbal, space begins at 70 kilometers. I'm not sure how it is on Earth. It must be a little bit higher. 140 or something? Not sure. I'm alright but tired. But who isn't? Yeah. I actually had headaches throughout the day, so this is gonna be fine. If you want to start building right away, the vehicle assembly building is where you want to be. Yes. Should we look into the training center and see what's there? So yeah, I have a little headache, Red Harvest, but it's gotta be good. It's fine. Oh, I love him. He's great. That's how I look when I'm running. Do you really have to do that in the suit? I mean, that does make sense. You need to be accustomed to the weight of the suit, I guess, and to the encumbrance of the suit, or not really to the weight in space, you know. I think we count space from 100. Is it 100 above sea level? Yeah, it's above sea level, of course. The training center is where we go to learn how to build and fly rockets, planes, and rovers. Well, you don't fly rovers, but sure. Lessons take place in a simulation, and you can start a lesson at any time, even in the middle of an active flight. When you're done, we'll put you right back where we found you. Well, I want to see this. Missing the ground. Yeah, that's how you orbit. Also, orbits are weird, and orbital transfers. This is lovely. Sure, let's at least go here. My goal is getting to the Mun. So, definitely not gonna happen. How do rockets work? Oh, this must be good. Sure. Let's see. How do rockets work, guys? Actually, controlled explosion on the bottom to propel you above. I love these videos. And the 1950s vibe.
So you want to get to space. Have you tried rockets?
Yeah, that's...
Rockets use fuel and engines to create thrust, which propels them forward. When a fuel tank is empty, it is dropped to stay as lightweight as possible, allowing the rocket to go even faster. These tanks, as well as other expendable parts of a rocket, are called stages. Different stages.
So far, I didn't know it.
Often the first stage is very powerful, with just enough fuel to get the vehicle through the atmosphere. The second stage usually has a low-thrust engine that, while not as powerful, is more fuel efficient. After dropping the heavier first stage and leaving the atmosphere, the second stage engine pushes the much lighter second stage to orbital speed.
Indeed. And then you die. There is no heating, atmospheric heating in the game yet. That's what I've heard.
Ideally in one piece.
Ideally. I love it. These videos are great. He's not coming back. He just lives there now. Cool. Next. Let's see what that does. Am I building my first rocket now, or do I have to watch more videos? They definitely put some effort in the tutorial. It's pretty cool. I will take this opportunity to shill for ignition.
As you embark on your journey into rocketry, it's important to get all the crashing out of your system here in the simulator. It really cuts down on the awkward phone calls. Today you'll be
True.
launching into the virtual skies over KSC, where you'll learn how to control a rocket.
Yay, that's gonna be cool. I will take this opportunity to show for Ignition a book about the developments of fuel and in rocket science. Cool. Sounds nice. Hello, Nevlander. What have I missed? Not much. We're doing the first tutorial because I'm scared. And I don't know any of the controls, so that's gonna be cool. Let's see how we launch a rocket.
Let's learn how to rotate the flight camera.
Oh, that's
way
easy.
You can see the great. You can also zoom the camera in and out.
That cockpit is weird for a rocket, though. I must say.
Nice. Go ahead and pick your favorite view for this launch.
My view is from that building over there. Just far away from the death trap that is this rocket. It was a surprisingly fun read. Oh, really? Cool. Read it like a U. Yeah, but it is not a new. It's not a U. It's a V. You know? So I read it like a V. And yes, I know who you are. Hello.
Your rocket is ready for launch. Every good launch starts with a big green button and lots of fire. Most bad launches do too, actually.
I think it's spacebar. Okay, well that was easy. We launched. But we have to
Looking
go
good.
east.
Ascend to 1,000 meters, and then we'll learn some controls.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, you're a kilometer up. You can still crash, but you'll have more time to correct your course if you start pointing at the ground. Let's learn some rocket
No.
controls.
If we point to the ground now, we're dead. The spacebar thing sabotaged me so many times, really. Weird. What's this about V's and U's? I have no idea. Hello, Quatch. Quatch? Or is it Quatch? I have no idea. Hello, man. Welcome. Sure, let's learn about some controls. How about that?
When flying a rocket or a plane, we have specific terms for moving. Pitch tilts your rocket's nose.
Yeah, but I don't
up
want to
and down.
pitch. I actually want to... Although, do we do this? I need to... Okay. Do I really need to press W?
Nice pitch. Now
Okay.
pitch up. Let's move on. Yaw steers your rocket left and right. Try it now. Now yaw to the excellent. Now for the final control.
Actually, we need to go this way. Oh god, that's way too much.
Clockwise and
Oh god, that's way too much.
counterclockwise. Try it now.
That is way too much. Sure, let's roll.
That's the basics of rocket flight.
Haha.
Feel free to experiment with the controls.
That rocket does what it wants. Does what it wants. Don't you dare. Okay, we need to burn this way to go into orbit. To the east. Oh god, this is actually not that easy to control. Wow. Select continue when you're... Yeah. Okay, cool. We don't even have to go into orbit. I thought we need to go into orbit right now. Oh, this is gonna be horrible. And maybe we should have better stabilizer fins, because this is swiveling a little bit much, isn't it? Okay. One of these? Yeah, I fat-fingered it so many times, which resulted in accidental state separation. Oh yeah, that is terrible. No, land it? Didn't tell me to land it.
So
You're out of Atmo for your first fins to help? For your fins to help? Yeah, true. But I meant before that the swivel was really bad. Is 10 kilometers already out of Atmo?
There's 4 crucial components: a command module, fuel tank, engine, and parachute. Let's start by learning how to add a command module.
Yeah, but which
Command
one?
module allows us to control our
Small?
vessel. As long as there is at least one command module on board, our rocket will be operational. This rocket will use a command pod, which can be manned by a Kerbal.
You-
and
look
is
at that, we can
located
look
in the
inside.
pods category. Or multiple Kerbals. It all depends on the crew capacity of the part.
Okay. Can go up and down, around it. Cool. Actually, it's very intuitive.
Great! It doesn't
Yay!
look like much, but it's a promising start. The next
Is
thing
it?
our rocket needs is a fuel tank.
I'm building a
Fuel
death
or
trap, guys.
is an expendable resource used to power our vessels. Without fuel, we won't be going anywhere, let alone space. Let's look at the small fuel tanks.
There's a gauge on the nav ball. You're out of the soupy bit. Ah, okay, yeah, I need to look at that. I have never played Kerbal because I always shied away from it because it was kind of old, and I wanted to go into it when the second one comes out, and now I got the game as a nice present, so we'll look into this.
Rocketry Weekly calls it good enough. How exciting.
Okay.
Notice the part is once again attached to your cursor. Now that's beginning to look like
I mean,
a
that's
rocket.
easy.
Well, almost. We need an engine. Here at the KSP, we have 4 different types of engines.
Orbital and deep space.
Launcher, sustainer, orbital, and deep space engines.
Where should this go to is the question.
To break free of Kerbin's soupy atmosphere, now let's add the sustainer engine to the fuel tank.
We need the sustainer, Methalox engine. The swivel is a small but versatile Methalox engine. It features a full 3 degrees of thrust vectoring. Whoa! Making the good choice for smaller rockets inspired when a barbecue grill tip. Okay, cool. But it didn't tell me what the different engines do. Okay, there is max thrust in 1 atmosphere. That is ground level atmosphere for Earth. Okay, max thrust in a vacuum is lower than this one. So the launcher has more... What? ISP? Oh, okay. So it has less thrust but burns for longer in okay. Well,
Excellent.
that looks
Our
weird.
rocket is looking pretty great. We just need one final touch.
That looks like baby's first
Our
rocket.
can absolutely take flight, but if we want our pilot to survive the landing,
That
we
what?
attach
No.
a parachute to the top of their command pod.
Pilots don't need to survive. That's
Our
optional.
one Kerbal rocket doesn't weigh much, so we only need an extra small parachute. Let's go with that one.
Where does it show me how much weight I have to consider here? I mean, it has a mass of 100 kilos, which is quite a bit, and the max temperature and stuff, and the impact tolerance, but where does it tell me what the mass of the vehicle is I should attach this to? Well, that's great.
Congratulations! You've just built a rocket.
If you say so.
Haven't done this before?
Well, I think I built a metal casket that can explode on the bottom, but sure. If you say so. Tutorial complete. Yay, next tutorial. Let's go through the first 7 and then we'll start our first orbital ourselves. Good luck with it. It's quite a raw ride right now. Oh, shift, you get more details. Oh, that's good to know. They sort of shows odd things for some of the parts.
See your designs from other angles. Let's learn how to manipulate the camera inside the vehicle assembly building.
The engineer report in the lower right. Kerbal manager, action group, trip planner, parts manager, engineer report. Ah. Well, would it also give me... Doesn't really. Shift, you said. There's also right click. Deploy settings. That's how it should deploy. That's neat, but not what I'm looking for. You said shift gives me more information? It doesn't, though. What should I do? Wait a second. I don't think it really matters. I mean, not for this build, but in general. You know, it would be nice if that thing said, well, if you're that and that weighty in total mass. I mean, I only have to consider the mass of the last stage, of course. But, you know, then you should use this parachute or this parachute. I expect they still rely on the try it and find out learning mode. Sure, okay. Yeah, that's how spaceflight works. You just do it, and if people die, well, you try it again. That's perfect. As you start to build rockets, you will want to see your designs from other angles. Let's learn how to... Really? I mean, I do... Look at this. It's not that hard.
First, let's rotate.
Yes, zoom.
Great. Now you can also focus your camera at a specific. If you want
That's
to
pretty
view
cool.
your rocket from the top, front, or sides, switch to blueprint mode. You can change the camera's direction by selecting different sides of the view cube.
Where's blueprint mode? Oh, there.
If you ever get lost in the VAB,
Ooh.
you can always reset the camera.
Ooh, that is quite interesting. That is a cool mode, actually. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. I mean, I can also click on it again, but sure.
Nice. Now you can get at those hard-to-reach parts of your rocket.
That's neat. Okay, cool. Interesting little tutorial. No, I don't think there's any readout for parachute acceleration by Atmo. That was all KSP had for a long time. Okay, interesting. Well, we'll get to it. I mean, in the end, we have to try it out.
Your rocket's ready. Let's take it out for a little hop.
I'm scared about that with this little thing.
Move this rocket to a
That's what she said. It's 1,000 Delta V.
Straight up. Your rocket should do fine without any steering inputs. But if things get out of line somehow, feel free to intervene.
That's not gonna... Now it's only 899? Why? We have some staging. So this is the first stage. So second stage. Okay, this is first stage, probably, in Delta V. We have a little bit more stage. Maybe we... Can this thing go into orbit? I thought it needs more. Parts manager, non-stageable resources. Up there, okay. Interesting. No engineer report anymore. Oh, that's great. Well, let's just go and see where it goes. It can really be handy when you want to build stuff symmetrical. It looks nice. Yeah, it can. I mean, at the moment, I'm not building anything. I'm just trying what the tutorial does. Because a lot of things go into that number. The 786 is for stage 1 only. You mean the 706? Okay, and the 899? Is that all stages then? I can't look at this right here, right? No shift thing? And yes, of course, there's a lot in there. 899 is on the very bottom, right green button. Yes, I know. That's what I meant. And the 899, is that the combined Delta V? Or is that the... It's weird. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, Kavach. I know. It's not the best font choice in that regard for streaming. Not the clearest one. For the whole rocket, it is not accurate due to Atmo. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, because it was 1,000 before. The atmosphere. Didn't think about that. Well, kick it. Not gonna skip the countdown. Has to be there. And there's no one talking. I know that usually with a countdown, there's someone talking. Well, no inputs, she said. I have all the faith in this rocket. Looks quite nice.
You've cleared the launch tower and your flight is underway. Let's learn about staging. Rockets are constructed in sections called stages. Each stage is designed for a different part of a mission. When a stage completes its job, it's dropped to shed weight.
Which should be space.
On your right, you'll find the staging stack.
Pause.
It displays all of the functions contained in each stage. Every time you select the Go button, you'll activate a new stage, starting from the bottom of the stack. Each stage's fuel supply is shown on a bar next to the stage. Your active stage, stage 1, still has a little fuel in it. When it goes dry, you'll drop that stage by selecting Go.
Well.
Your first stage is out of fuel, and all it is doing is slowing you down. To drop that weight, you're going to activate your next stage. That will activate a decoupler, which will drop your empty stage. It will also activate your next engine. Once you activate a stage, there's no going back.
Great.
Ready? Hit go to
already did. Already did. We're not gonna go anywhere with this. I knew it wasn't enough Delta V.
Congratulations! You're nearly to space, and your next set of fuel tanks are empty.
I'm
Now
not.
is a good time to drop them. Activate. Your capsule will now continue coasting up. All that's left to do is gaze back down at Kerbal and wonder if you remembered to lock your car. Nice work!
Are we propelled enough to reach the 70 for space? Because, oh god, are we... Oh yes, we can't reach orbit, so... Well, it looks beautiful! It's only a simulation, but yeah. That's all there ought to be. Maybe bugged or just not in tutorial mode, or perhaps it's skipped in simulation mode. I think it gets skipped if you revert the flight to launch. Note the AP in the lower right. The AP. What AP? We're still going up. Apparently we're going to space. Valentina, goodbye. Was nice knowing you. You're dying. Left even. Oh yeah, the apo abscess. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that shows me how high I am going. So not space, because 40 is not space, is it? In Kerbal it's 70. There's where we are at space. Hey, Manaway, reach for the moon. Yeah, I'm trying. At the moment we're in simulation mode because we're learning about rockets. I like this tutorial mode, actually. It's really fun. Space is 100 kilometers. No, only on Earth. Newlander. Only on Earth. KSP top of Atmo is 70. Yeah, exactly. That's what I heard. And I really tried to remember that. Because some of the key aspects... Yeah, okay, we were in space here? This was already space at 40? Weird. How do I go into time warp? Unless it's changed, exactly. That would be the only thing. But maybe now it's 40? Because this looks space. To me. It doesn't say anything when I hover over it. Also, how do I do throttle? Wait. No, that's not what I want. I want... Oh, please let the parachute do its thing. I can't go into the menu at the moment, unfortunately, to look up controls, which is great. Oh, but look how beautiful this is. Such a beauty. And there's even... Look at this. There's the window. Oh, we can see her. Wow, the capsule is really small. Oh god. The capsule is really, really small. Yeah, this is literally a casket. This is... Oh, look at that. Okay. The helmet is going out the bottom. Super thin atmo. Okay, but it's still not space. Okay, that makes sense. I think the dots are supposed to be air thinner than stars. Rather than stars. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Yeah, I can click this. Oh, it's comma and... Ah, okay. Okay, I need to change something, though. Something that Quill does. Well... We're not coming straight back. Okay. Even though I did nothing. There's no wind, is there? Parachute 1,000 meters, right? Oops! I should have armed it! I didn't know! Well, this was only a simulation. No one got hurt. I love it! Oh, this is amazing. Okay, continue. Yeah, everything went fine. Everything is fine. Valentina is fine. I've run into a few parachute bugs myself. Probably. This wasn't a bug. This was just me not arming the parachute.
Your rocket's ready. Let's take it out for a little hop.
I forgot that I had to do it. What? But I was finished.
Let's move this rocket.
Oh, darn it. Okay, let's do this again.
Welcome to the launch pad. Today you'll be... Your rocket needs all...
That was a little bit early. Oops. I pushed the button one too many times. Let's do this again and then end the tutorial when she says it. We should. Bonus lessons learned, yeah. The best thing is you could have just clicked the next because pull in the chute is the following lesson. Ah. Well, that makes sense that she didn't tell me to pull the chute, but you said I should land the thing.
Today you'll be flying
Yes,
straight up.
skip countdown.
Your rocket should do fine without any steering inputs. But if things get out of line somehow,
That's what quick saves are for. Well, we're in training mode anyway, so who cares? Your Kerbal node gets buried in a coffin 20 meters wide, but only 4 centimeters thick. Yeah.
let's learn about staging. Rocket
That was a little bit of a gravitational problem there.
supply is shown on a bar next to the stage. Your first stage is out of fuel. Ready? Hit go to lose that.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna click next. We're almost through the first tutorial, and that's all I want to do for now. Like a family pizza.
Congratulations. You're nearly to space. Activate the next stage to set your capsule will now
Whee!
continue coasting up.
Perfect. We saw that already. See, Valentina is fine. Nothing happened. I want Okonomiyaki now. My goodness, words.
Your capsule has a lot of
Okonomiyaki.
momentum.
Okay.
If you're curious how high up you are, take a look at your altimeter. You're so high that you can see the curve of the horizon.
Nice.
Rocketry involves a lot of waiting between the cool explosions. You can speed
Yeah.
up time by selecting the time warp controls at the bottom of your screen.
She knows how this goes. No one expect the Kerbals to survive.
Falling back down. Let's slow down and enjoy the view.
Well, we already did that, so... I love it, though.
Great job. You're now a master of time. Try not to use this new power for evil.
Okay. Oh, that was all that this did. Okay, cool. It's kind of like a cross between a pancake and a pizza. That kind of sounds disgusting, but okay.
What goes up must come down.
Not really.
Resistance will slow down your capsule's descent, but not enough to prevent it from turning into a bunch of tiny capsules when it lands. That's why we've attached a parachute. If you deploy your parachute too early, it'll be torn off. If you deploy it too late, you'll do some unplanned underground exploration. The sweet spot for Kerbin is between 20,000 and 2,000 meters.
Good to know.
Okay, you're low enough to activate.
Too
the
early is no
stage that
problem.
contains your parachute.
The parachute will just not do anything.
Hit go to pop your chute.
See, that is what I should have done. See, it just doesn't do anything. It's fine.
For a bit without fully opening. Once you've slowed down enough, it'll open all the way by itself.
I mean, too early in terms of heat resistance. Yes, it shouldn't be inside of heat problems. That's true. Not that there is anything like that at the moment. And 1,000 meters, it should pop up. Yeah, pop open. Perfect. And we'll land.
Parachute is now fully deployed and slowing the capsule.
That's what I would have wanted before.
Congratulations! If this were real, you'd find celebratory snacks in the VAB kitchen.
Oh, it is wind. Pure wind. Okay. Yay! Did I just hit replay? I don't want to replay. I'm gonna end the tutorial now. I think that was
What
it.
goes up must come down.
Go back to the training center. So we did all these missions now. Unplanned underground exploration. Not just going splat then. Well, you know, it depends on how hard you go splat. Yeah, we did all of this. We could do the orbit things. Should we do the orbit things? I mean, fine. It's just not many things, so just another 6. Let's do that real quick. It's just a replay. Great. Drogue shoots are more durable. Ah, it was a drogue shoot. Yeah, I knew there were shoots that you could deploy quite early.
If you want to visit space for more than a couple of minutes, you'll need to get to orbit. An object is in orbit when it's moving sideways so quickly that even as gravity causes it to fall, it keeps missing the ground. As long as that object isn't slowed down by anything, it follows the same path every time it goes around the body it's orbiting. Forever. If that object is a Kerbal, it is recommended that they bring lots of snacks. So since your goal is to move horizontally at a high speed, why not launch sideways? On Kerbin, the atmosphere is like a thick soup.
Not that sideways.
A lot of fuel trying to fly through it horizontally. By launching vertically, you cut through the thickest part of the atmosphere as quick as possible. Most orbital rockets begin tilting toward the horizon soon after they leave the launch pad. This maneuver, called a gravity turn, uses the planet's gravity to turn the ship and reduces the amount of fuel needed to achieve a stable orbit.
I knew that one.
Equator, your gravity turns should point toward the east, since your vehicle gets a free boost from the planet's rotation.
Exactly.
Once
Coriolis
the planet is
force.
moving quickly enough that its arc will take it above
Isn't it?
the atmosphere, it shuts down its engines and coasts to space. Once it nears the top of that arc, the vehicle needs to fire its engines a second time to keep itself from falling back down to the planet. Doing this turns the
Oh,
arc
such a
into
perfect
nice
orbit.
big circle. Congratulations, you've missed the ground.
No, that wasn't that stuff. That was a pizza. And someone went splat. Good that she doesn't care. Okay. Oh, perfect tutorial. Thank you. Next one, please. I like these tutorials, though. They explain you pretty well what the mechanics are in that. Gravity turn makes sense. Missing the ground is actually an expression for
When
orbit.
you're making a rocket, it's often easiest to work
To understand
top
it better?
to bottom, tailoring each stage to carry the weight of everything above it. To give you a head start, I've already placed an upper stage, perfect for maneuvering in the vacuum of space. It could use another, more powerful stage to push it up to space from Kerbin's surface. Let's turn this vehicle into a multi-stage rocket.
Sure.
Anytime we intend to drop an empty stage after using all of its fuel, we connect it to the stage above it using a decoupler. A decoupler contains explosive bolts that, when activated by a staging action, eject the attached stage away from the rest of the vehicle.
Not a lot of impact tolerance, though. But we essentially just choose it as a thing, how big it
Add that
is.
decoupler to the bottom of your... We need to attach a larger, more powerful lower stage to the bottom of your rocket. To keep things
Yes.
simple, I've whipped up a new lower stage in another workspace. You can bring saved vehicles and other sub-assemblies into an in-progress workspace by merging it. Out in the real world, this list would show all of your saved workspaces. Here in the simulator, now that the lower stage has been merged into your current workspace, you can see it next to the upper stage. Select
Okay,
Perfect.
that's easy.
Merging is a very powerful tool. Anytime you want to reuse a particular booster, lander, or other element from an existing rocket, merging saves you the
So actually you
hassle
could make
of making the
yourself
same thing
blueprints if you
over and
want. That's neat. So I have a thing that can go to the moon. Let's load it in and just use some other parts to make it go to, I don't know, Duna. Which probably isn't an issue in zero gravity. What? Could have been an
Space rockets
thing with you.
sometimes need an
Okay.
extra boost.
Oko.
In a rare case of rocket scientists naming something well, these additional rocket engines are called boosters. Boosters are attached to the sides of a vehicle to keep them out of the way of the main engines.
Yes.
Solid fuel rockets make great boosters. They produce a very high thrust for a short time. Let's attach some boosters to the sides of your vehicle. We'll start by attaching 4 radial decouplers
4?
that will eject the spent boosters when they're empty.
4?
To make sure that these decouplers are evenly spaced and aligned with one another, you'll be using the symmetry tool.
Shouldn't we actually be able to reach that with 2? Oh, right click.
Great! Now when you place a part on one side of your rocket, 3 more evenly spaced duplicates will appear around the rocket. Go ahead and... Good! Now attach it as shown. Perfect! Now you've got 4 radial decouplers
Why do we need 4?
exactly where they need to be.
I'd use 2. But okay.
Let's attach those solid fuel boosters.
The hammer. Solid fuel booster, okay.
Since you're still in 4x symmetry mode, simply attach this booster to one of the decouplers you just placed.
If
That
I'd
will attach
seen it.
copies of that booster to the remaining Great job! You've finished your orbital rocket. You can symmetrically place up to 8 parts at once. A feat that could until now only be achieved by certain sea creatures.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's smart. Or load 3 at once and link them Kerbal style. I'd say 3+ for stability. No, stability you can reach by just attaching fins. You don't need 4. You don't need perfect symmetry sometimes. 2 would be enough. That's enough symmetry. That's you know. You could definitely do it with 2 and a few fins. Just to keep the rocket stable while it's ascending. Because KSP, more struts, more boosters. Just, that's the rule. Just strut it up and so many boosters. Look at that. 8 boosters for the win.
Before you launch a rocket, you need to plan the order of your staging events. Nobody wants to start out their flight by popping their parachute, right?
And also, you should put
Most
something on
parts that can
top
be
here for...
staged are automatically assigned to stages. Their activation order can be seen in the staging stack.
But the automatic is not really good, I've seen.
By moving them between stages. You can
Also-
add, remove, and reorder stages. Best of all, you can do this in both the
This is
VAP
wrong.
and in flight.
And what we would want is probably refueling inside of the main one. And activating all of them. But okay, let's do what they want.
Staging order begins at the bottom of
Yeah,
the
this
staging
is
stack.
wrong.
You want your boosters and main engine to fire together for maximum thrust. Your solid fuel boosters burn very hard and very fast, so they will run out of fuel first. Even though your main engine and boosters will activate at the same time, you want to drop the empty boosters before you drop your main engine. You'll add a new stage above stage 1 to do one thing. Activate the... Now move all 4 radial decouplers from stage 4 to your new stage 2. All done. Your remaining stages are set up so that stage 4 will activate your orbital stage's engine. Stage 5 will detach the orbital stage's fuel tank when it's empty. And stage 6 will deploy your landing parachute. Thanks to you, this rocket is ready to fly.
We'll see. Okay, that is interesting, but I would have put on some aero brakes, some aero breakers, because, or not brakes really, it just some more aerodynamic things on top, so that there isn't a flat surface
All right.
like
we're
these
ready to light this candle.
balls.
In this flight, you're going all the way to orbit. I'll walk you through the
We'll
process
see.
of launching, executing a gravity turn to get moving sideways, coasting to orbital altitude, and doing a final burn at the top of your arc to establish a stable orbit. Before we
First
begin,
stable orbit.
let's talk about the nav ball. The nav ball shows your vehicle's orientation relative to the horizon. The blue half of the ball represents the sky, and the brown half represents the ground. The level indicator
Oh, the
at
boosters.
center shows your vehicle's orientation. When you turn, the ball turns. When you roll, the ball rolls. Assuming you want your rocket pointed at the sky, you'll want to see lots of blue on the nav ball. If you get confused, remember this rhyme. If the nav ball's brown, you're going down.
How sweet. That's also in politics, the same thing, at least in Germany.
At launch, you want all your engines at maximum thrust, which means you need to set your throttle at 100%. Your solid fuel boosters are way ahead of you on this. They have no setting other than full throttle, and they can't be shut off once they're lit.
Oh, great.
Once you hit the go button, they'll go full tilt until they run out of fuel. Still, your main engine's throttle is in your control.
But how? I'd like to know the buttons. Could you tell me the buttons?
You can see
Okay.
your main throttle here. Left
Oh,
shift
great.
gradually
American
increases your throttle.
nonsense.
Left control gradually decreases your throttle. Z and X instantly set your throttle to 100 or 0% respectively. Left click on the throttle will set its level where you clicked.
And I can't do any of this. Ah, okay. This is how it goes. And it's No, it's not
Are
Americanized.
visible within the staging stack.
Interesting.
Right now, you can see that your main engine and 4 boosters are all topped off and ready to rumble.
It's weird that there's no button to just go up a bit.
Start, all you need to do is
Oh, shift.
straight up.
Oh, that's
I'll check
perfect.
back in
Good.
with you once those boosters are empty. Good luck.
Well, enjoy. Nose cones are too fancy for this rocket. Oh, nose cones. Yeah, see? She put nose cones on, but she didn't tell me to do that and why I should do that. That's weird. Ah, look at that phallus. God, that's so weird. Sure. This is how we should be, and let's go. No, yeah, who needs a countdown, really? Well, they're burning hard, for sure. Wow, that's already 1,000 meters? Damn. And they're running dry now.
All right, the solid fuel boost. It's time to start your gravity turn. A gravity turn uses the pull of the planet's gravity to help bend your vertical ascent into a horizontal arc.
We are already at
First
5K?
step to entering orbit. For our first flight to orbit, we're going to start our gravity turn up to where the air is thin, at an altitude of around 10,000 meters.
I think I could do that
Show
already.
you where to aim your rocket? I've placed a target marker on your nav ball.
Oh, that's far. Should we really turn that aggressively? It's on the Y button for quartz. That's really good. It just doesn't say, which is weird. They could have bound that to wherever it's bound, you know? That would be better. Oh boy, I shall mention keybinds hesitantly then. There's an accelerometer on the Kerbal view upper right. Yeah, that's the G-force, yeah. I know that. Do we want to kill Valentina? I think so, yes. Quatch, what are your keybinds? Yeah, those keybinds. I mean, I'm German. Of course I have a German keyboard. Control C and Control V. Did the tutorial just skip the part where you drop the empty payload? No, I just did. It's just a stage. I just press space and we drop the stage. As you can see here, they are decoupled. Just time is not going. We're paused. What's the pause button, guys? Is that P? So you're still going up softly, no worries. Okay. Well, we'll see.
First, we need to get to 10,000 meters.
Do we? I'd like to try that right now.
You're going to yaw towards the east so that the target
That is an
marker
aggressive
the center
one.
of the nav ball. Your vessel and nav ball should
Why
look
is this
like
painted?
example video if you're
I want
performing the
paint.
gravity turn correctly.
And I know how to paint, I just wasn't allowed to. Sure. Okay, we can turn aggressive. Oh, wow, this is... I can't even. I'm pressing D so hard right now. Is it...
Way to make Kerbin's gravity work. Your current stage's fuel is empty. Let's drop it and activate your deep space engine. Great job. Your rocket is on its way to orbit. As you gain experience, you can make your gravity turns more efficient by starting to tilt
That was
your
weird.
rocket soon after liftoff. Adjusting course with a series of small
Okay, that's better.
corrections instead of one big
It's kind of stable now.
leave you with a lot more fuel when you get to orbit.
Oh, the swivel.
Turning
I like the
immediately after
plume.
launch requires a very stable rocket. So if you ever have trouble keeping the pointy end up,
Oh, that's
try
it.
the simplified wait and turn method we use today.
It's just stability issue. Yeah, that's fine. Just put some fins in. It's gonna be good. Okay. That was already... We're not in orbit! We're not in orbit. I wanted orbit. Time warp 0. Start gravity turns at 100 meters per second.
Right now, we're on a ballistic trajectory. If no further adjustments are made, your rocket will eventually fall back down to the ground.
I know that about the prograde indicator, yes.
Into an orbit. The process of turning your trajectory into a circular orbit is called circularization.
Mm-hmm.
Partial credit
Which
to
makes
the rocket
sense.
people on that one. It does have the word circle in it, but it's really hard to say.
No, circularization is not hard to say. It doesn't just make sense. It's how to become a circle. That's what it says. But sure.
When planning and executing
It's hard.
orbital maneuvers, you'll want to switch
M
to
key.
map view, where you can see every part of your current trajectory. The blue arc passing through your vehicle is
I love this
current
map.
trajectory, the path your rocket will follow if you don't touch the controls anymore. Our goal is to make that arc into a circular orbit.
So we wanted the apoapsis to do that. Because that's the most fuel efficient as far as I know.
Point forward, and then you're going to ignite your engine.
Blah, blah, blah.
If you time this burn right, you'll never quite get to the top of the arc, as it'll keep widening in front of you until it wraps all the way around the planet.
So we need to burn prograde, is what you mean. Okay. Sure. What else?
Down a little more.
Yes.
The top of your arc has a helpful tag in map view. It's called the apoapsis, abbreviated as AP. You're
Can't
going
move.
to max out your throttle before you pass this point. You're all lined up and ready to go. The next
no.
step is to go max throttle. It can take time for your arc to fully
But
expand
let me
into
plan
your
this
arc.
maneuver.
If you look closely at where your trajectory meets the ground, you'll see it moving toward the horizon. Once your trajectory reaches all the way around the planet, you'll see another marker on your orbit. This is the periapsis, or PE, the lowest point in your orbit.
Oh, we're already
Always
burning.
look
Yeah,
on
makes
the
sense.
opposite side of your orbit from the apoapsis, or highest point. By burning prograde near your apoapsis, you increase the altitude of your periapsis, the lowest point on your orbit.
But this is inefficient. Sure.
Here's the most important thing to remember about setting up an orbit above an atmosphere. Your periapsis
And
must
there
be
it is.
higher than the atmosphere, or your rocket will start to slow down every time it dips into the upper atmosphere.
Yeah, that would be great.
On Kerbin, that means every part of your orbit must be higher than 70 kilometers.
Periapsis is circularizing. There it is.
Okay, your orbit is fully out of the atmosphere.
Not a
Cut the
beautiful one, but an orbit. You did it, you're in orbit. This is when I'd usually tell you to look under your seat in the simulator where you'd find a delicious celebratory treat. Sadly, since the vending machine in the astrodynamics lab broke down, it has gotten very difficult to hide snacks anywhere in case oh, that's not nice. I want a celebratory snack. Just eyeball it. They're talking to American children. The prograde indicator will keep moving towards your current heading. Gotta drag it. Yeah, I know. The are stabilizing modules. Okay. The what? They're talking about American children. The closer to the heavy body you are, the more efficient it is. But there isn't too much of a difference here. Really? Just eyeball it. Gary let her explain so us noobs who use advanced sci-fi ships can learn something too. Yeah, these advanced sci-fi ships are just unrealistic is the thing. This is how it should work. And even more complicated than that, because actually what also in here, gravitation of the moon would probably have a minor role, but definitely the gravitation of the sun, whenever you leave Earth's gravitational field, definitely has gives you problems. Not in this game though, but that's fine. Feel free to take a moment to admire your first orbit. Oh, it's so beautiful! It's so beautiful. That's something you have to do every time, so it's gonna be nice. In a way, you've given yourself a mind snack. I'd rather have a real snack. What would you give me? Which is way better than the edible kind anyway. Right? Oh, okay. Sadness. First orbit achieved. Yes! Did I press replay again? Please don't tell me I press replay. Two body physics only, no Lagrange points. Oh, Lagrange points would be interesting, actually. I didn't even know about them until a few years ago.
Trajectory. If no further adjustments are made, your rocket will eventually fall back down to the ground. Our objective is to turn this arc into an orbit.
Oh, I already did that.
When planning and executing
we already did that. It's fine. Fine, thank you. I pressed replay. I'm an idiot. I want snacks now. See, me too. I want a snack. Don't have a snack. Oh, no snacks. No snacks for Gary. But so far, I'd say that was nice. Now, yeah, orbits are weird. We'll do that at another time. Orbital transfers is not something we're gonna need for a bit. So let's try and do that ourselves, shall we? And I think I'm gonna do that in the next part. Thank you for watching. Leave me a like if you liked. Sub my YouTube if you haven't. Really, really does help. And follow me on Twitch. Come to the Discord. And I see you all next time. When we try to do what we did in the training center, but now if for real. With real deaths everywhere. Yep, replay. Yeah. Thank you all. See you soon. Bloop bloop.